continuing with this awesome show, give it up for your next contestant, Mr. Andy MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Andy!
Hello, everybody. Keep it going for Jacob, hosting the shit out of this show. Hello, friends. Good evening, friends. Friends, when you do stand-up comedy, you are just assaulted daily with just a horrible gauntlet of terrible life decisions. Like every single day I'll be like, yes, I will eat this half-eaten Whopper for breakfast at 1 in the afternoon. Just shit like that. Case in point, since I started doing stand-up comedy, I've gained 30 fucking pounds. And I've only been doing it for 10 months. Oh my god, my life is a dumpster fire right now. And I've been trying to rein it in. I've been going for runs along the downtown waterfront. And me running is like a dryer, like half full of refried beans and like dildos, okay? There's just a lot of wet slapping, and eventually something's gonna end up broken and on fire. That's like all that's gonna happen. So like, I'm running around the downtown waterfront, and there's like all these beautiful statuesque people, like people who look like they just got like finished an orgy inside a Lululemon in the Pearl District or something, okay? And they're all giving me these weird, concerned looks. Like, is Jack Black's cousin lost or something? Like, is he trying to find a Burgerville? What the fuck is he doing here? And in my mind, I'm like, fuck you, beautiful people. I'm a proud, bacon-eating American. I'm gonna keep going. And so, like, I just, like, tumble home. I look like Grimace by the end of it, basically. And, like, I look down at my shirt, and I realized the reason everyone was, like, giving me, like, weird looks is because I had 2 silver dollar bloodstains right over both of my nipples. Yeah, my nipples couldn't handle more than 10 minutes of sustained movement, and were just like, fuck this, I'm out, and killed themselves on my shirt. Alright? It makes sex really awkward. I have to time myself. If I go past 10 minutes, it turns into a scene from True Blood. Right? It's terrible. And also, I did not know that man tits could secrete blood, okay? I thought these just secreted mayonnaise or something. Like, I thought that mayonnaise was just created by collecting a bunch of World of Warcraft players, putting them on a farm, and just milking their tits all day or something like that, okay? And side note, if that really was how mayonnaise was made, I would still eat the shit out of it, okay? For me to not eat mayonnaise, I'd have to find out that it's made out of like cigarette ash and ranch dressing and like hooker spit, just like swirled together or something like that. Maybe then I would switch to Miracle Whip or something. Now friends, I don't know if you can tell by this beard here, but I deal with depression a lot. This beard, this isn't like a Keith Portland weird beard. Like for that, it would have to be like attached to like flannel and a bow tie or something like that. This is more like just kind of like a layer of sadness. It just kind of sprouted up on my face after watching Antiques Roadshow for 3 hours in my apartment. If you like put your ear up to this beard and listen closely, you can hear a high school goth kid writing bad poetry or something. His name's probably Willow. Like, there are nights when like basically the only thing that reminds me I'm still alive is that little pop-up on Netflix that goes, "Are you still watching Family Guy, Andy?" Yes, Netflix, thank you for reminding me. I'm doing a lot better, but depression will make you do some weird shit. For example, I used to smell my own pee. Yeah, I know, I lost you guys there. Let me explain. I spent a very large portion of my 20s as like this just horrible, depressed alcoholic who would never leave his apartment except to go buy more whiskey, okay? Now, at the same time, I was deathly afraid that I'd somehow gotten diabetes, okay? Now, in my head, I was like, well, if my pee smells like Twizzlers, I guess that means my foot's about to fall off and I'm about to become the next Wilford Brimley, okay? Now, I didn't have any clean glassware, so I peed in a wine glass. Yeah. Now they say that when like you like sniff a wine, it's supposed to bring back like a wonderful memory from your life. Like you smell like a nice 2012 rosé or something, then you're brought back to the time that you and your lover were in a bathtub full of corgis with top hats, making love, while a chorus of hummingbirds hummed the lyrics to your favorite Gin Blossom song or something like that. For me, when I like smelled my pee, it just reminded me of the time that I got really whiskey drunk at a club and called a lady pimple tits and then peed on the dance floor. Okay? Basically what I'm trying to say is it smelled bad. That's what I'm trying to say. And I told a friend of mine about this once. I told him that, like, oh yeah, I used to smell my own pee. And he was like, why didn't you just drink it, stupid? It's like, excuse me, sir, don't be gross, okay? I happen to have a very advanced nose palate. That's all there is to it. I can also smell Alzheimer's. Fun fact about it. Let's see, friends. Here's something else that's really awkward that happened to me. I was at a lady's house, and we were both naked. And I was like, hey lady, would you mind rubbing my back for a little bit? She's like, yeah, sure. So I flip over on my tum-tum, and she sits on my butt. And she starts like rubbing my back, and she's like shifting around and weight and stuff. And while that's happening, my tum-tum starts a little grum-grum. And I think some of you know where I'm going with this. There's really no delicate way to put this. I farted directly into her vagina. I know, I'm as horrified as you guys. Like, what is the etiquette for farting in a vagina? Like, are you supposed to go bullseye and then like high five or something? I don't know. So instead, I just sat there in horrified silence and let her make the first reaction. And she didn't get mad. She didn't go, did you just fart in my pussy? Or something like that. No. She like looked at me like dead cold and just went, did you just toot into my hoo-ha? Yeah, I know. That is the most adorable euphemism I've ever heard. That sounds like the name of a Christian ska band or something like that. I personally would have gone for something a little more classy instead of like silly. I would have like called it like Whispering to the Gilded Lady or something like that. And friends, that has been my time. I'm MacDonald. Thank you very much.